Hey YouTube, another video. So this one is we're talking about Nurburgring. So me and Sean, we've been 4 times. Hang on.
5, isn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times, and Matt, you've been 4 times. So what we thought, because we've been doing it a while, and I spoke to a few people, I don't know about Sean, Matt, like there's hundreds of people, loads of people where they've gone, I want to go to Nurburgring, I want to do this, it's a bucket list thing. Oh, it must be expensive, it must cost this much, it must cost... So we thought, because we've done it a few times, we've done a few routes and all that lot, and different cars.
Yeah.
We thought we'd do this video. We've got a list here, and we're going to go through it. And if you stick for the whole video, or if you have any questions throughout the video, please comment down below, and we will help you, because we enjoy the place. We love the place.
Love it.
Absolutely adore the atmosphere, the aura, everything like that. So we thought we'd just do this video for
the food. Mr. Donna.
Like, if there is other people out there, if you go see Misha, if you don't know the Nurburgring and you don't know Misha, he knows the ring like the back of his fucking hand.
Yeah.
He knows. But for us British, there's no one really that I've not seen, I don't know if you have seen, where they've talked about it as in detail for British lads.
Just a budget, basically.
Yeah.
How much
much
is it going to cost you to get there?
Yeah.
And can you make it cheaper?
The only person I kind of know is that Dale Lomas.
Yeah.
And he's a good lad, and he does bridge to gantry and stuff like that. So yeah.
So chapter 1. First thing we're going to talk about is budget.
Yeah.
Like when to go, budget. The thing I put on here is weekends, weekdays, shows, events, tracks, opens, or busy weekends. For yous, which...
Well, the first thing you've got to do is go on the Nurburgring calendar and see when the track's open.
I was thinking, yeah.
Because you could go on a weekend, you could go during the week, and the track's actually shut. Until you actually go on the Nurburgring website and go on the track dates, and then you will see when the track is open for tourist farting. And you can actually get on the track, because a lot of the times it's shut.
Yeah, because the third time we went, there was an event on, and it was like €15 to park up.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. You couldn't park anywhere.
Yeah. Bit of chilling.
Yeah, like.
But then we went on the old school touring weekend, and it was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You still park, and then you had all the old school tourists going on.
But
so
then we
really
went
good.
the last one with your mum and everyone, and we went from Monday to Friday, and there was nothing open.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
just be prepared. Like when you're ready to go, like just plan your journey first. Like it's on. I might put a link in down below, or there is the Nurburgring.de website.
Yeah.
You go on there, and it's got a calendar, and it tells you exactly.
Yeah.
But just remember with that, they don't refresh it until December, January, do they?
Yeah, that was even February.
I think it might be in February. So just
Something like that, and it's quite late on before they put the dates out.
Yeah. But like for your comment, what would you prefer, like going on weekend or?
Well, it depends on what you want to do, because like during the week, the track's actually closed most of the time during the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it only opens at, what was it?
That's
is it
another
5?
one. I've had a couple of lads turn up to Nurburgring where they've gone, I presumed that the track would be open 24 hours, or no. So this is the thing, just plan. Make sure it's actually open.
Like
don't just go.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's open all day.
Yeah, but sometimes
it's not.
Because
on the Saturday, it wasn't the last time,
Yeah, and then during the week, it's only open. It only seems to be open on an evening, but you're only talking 2.5 hours on an evening. And then what happens is that everybody tries to get on the track at once, and you just end up with massive queues. So you
usually get a crash.
Yeah, and then you usually get a crash, and then you don't get anything from there. So you just have to bear that in mind if you're wanting to go during the week, Monday to Friday, or whether you want to go like midweek to midweek, because then at least you get a bit of both.
Obviously, this time round, or this year round, we went for a week, and we went midweek, and it worked out really well because us lads were getting on the track in the evening, but during the day we were going out exploring, weren't we? We were going around Cockham, and we went to loads of other places. So that for us, it worked out nice this time round, and then we went again, and that was just for a quick weekend, just for the track. So if you want to go exploring, I would personally say midweek, and then you can do other things as well as get to the track on the evenings. But if you're just going just for the track, You're probably better off for a weekend, and it's usually open. Usually, just like I said, check today. It's usually open most
at least if
weekends.
they do close it for an accident or anything like
you've
that,
still got
plenty of time to be able to, for them to clear it, and then you can get back on the track.
Yeah, so cool. So the next one we're going to talk about is accommodation. So the first year we went was Ring
Garage.
Ring Garage,
which is not called a Ring Garage anymore.
No, they've sold it.
Where was
that? Was 2018. That was.
Was that the time I went as well?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. You went first time.
We had the Up and Under, didn't we?
That's right. Yeah. Where was that place called? The village.
Oh Jesus! Now you're talking. I couldn't tell you.
It was about 6-7 minutes out from the main ring. It wasn't really miles away. But nice little spot. We normally now go to, what's it called?
Frying Park.
Frying Park, yeah. It's
if you're a British lad, everyone goes there because it's cheap.
Get a full house, driveway.
It's like a housing estate.
It's just a house. Yeah, it's just a housing estate, isn't it?
I call it saying it's Butlins. I say it's like Butlins.
Yeah. So there's actually a little restaurant on site. You can go and get your brekkie up there, and a little cafe and stuff like that.
They speak perfect English.
There's a gym. I think there's a spa.
Yeah, there's a spa. There's a kiddie's area.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of things.
That's where we normally go, and we've been going for the last 4 times. So
And the thing is as well with that, with the house, just to let you know, is like if I wanted to go on my own for the house, as in one block, it'll cost say 800 quid. But if all three are going, it's 800 quid.
Yeah. So it's you just split it between you, and it works out a cheap place to stay, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you could have 5 room, or there's 5 bed of 8 bed. That's 8 bods. If it's 800 quid for 5 days, that's what 80 quid.
Yeah.
80 quid.
Or is it 100 quid?
100 quid, sorry.
Maths. Quick maths.
So 100 quid for whatever, so that, save some money, so you can save that. Or if you wanted to, if you've got more of a budget, you've got the hotels which are actually on the Autostrada, where the big sign is.
Yeah.
So we've never gone there, but you're talking 500, 600, 700 quid, for 2-3 nights,
Or, the only other option which we've seen quite a lot of people do is, they're taking vans and motorhomes and with a trailer on the back, and they're parking up. They seem to be really lax on it. They seem to be really good with it. You can sort of just park up in the pits areas and sort of stuff like that and just camp out.
Apart from, say, if there's event.
Yes, if once you get to your events, then they do charge you for certain stuff. Watching Nurburgring 24, that is just insane. You can't get parked anywhere.
Yeah, don't even try. No. That's it.
Or get there a week before.
Yeah, you get there a week before. With accommodation, I think that's about it. But next chapter will be which way. So route. So we've done
it a few ways now, haven't we?
We are in North Yorkshire. We've done it a couple of ways now.
All the way down to Dover. Each time.
Yeah, done Dover.
And then
Hull to Rotterdam.
Hull, originally it was Hull to Zeebrugge, but that's stopped now. We've been going Hull to Rotterdam, which is really good, but obviously you pay a lot more for the ferry. So in general, the Dover ferry return is about 120 quid. The Hull to Rotterdam is about 420 quid.
Yeah.
But then you have to calculate in the amount of fuel you use going all the way down to Dover and back.
I mean, from us, what was it?
So for us, it worked out.
So hang on, here we go. So
it wasn't even that, was it?
Do you know what I mean?
So if you're going down to Dover Hull, Dover ferry, then across, it was about 2 tanks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
I now live in Wales at the moment. Yeah. So it basically on my FN2, it was I obviously do now the Dover ferry. So it would cost me a full tank of fuel to get to Dover and pretty much a full tank to get to actually the actual Nurburgring from Calais or whichever way I went. So in general it was 4 tanks of fuel and then plus your fuel. Usually it was around about another tank of fuel while we were there. Pretty much going on the track.
The thing is, for us coming from North Yorkshire, I think it's 600 mile one way.
Yeah.
But Hull to Rotterdam, if we'd done that, so North Yorkshire, Hull, Rotterdam to there, it's only 280 miles.
I mean, the main difference is that obviously if you get in the ferry, you get on the ferry, you leave your car, you've got an overnight ferry, so you can go and have a drink, have some food, you can have a bit of a laugh, and then you sleep, and then you just get up and you go. But if you get in the ferry, you might actually have to, get a hotel when you get down there, depending on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Or if you try and do it all in one, but I think it was 11 hours
When
we drove back. That was 11 hours, and
that's
it's like
clear roads, and
that's 11 hours of constant driving. So if you feel you can concentrate on driving for 11 hours,
but obviously, if you live in the south, London way, you're obviously just going to get Dover because it's the cheapest way.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you're going to get the Folkestone, aren't you? The train or whichever way.
So
the train is more expensive than the ferry, but it's a lot quicker. It's 40 minutes on the train.
Yeah, so with the ferry, you lose an hour 40, but that's going there.
Yeah, and gain when you come
and
back.
then you lose only 40 minutes. But with the train, you lose 40 minutes going there and gain 40 minutes or an hour and 20
really
back.
Quick on the train.
So, if you wanted to get back, you had to do the train. It's like 30, 40 quid more expensive, but,
So a lot of it does depend on where you live, because if you live in Scotland or you live so far up, like going to Hull is probably, if it's a 6 or 7 hour trip just to get to Hull, you don't really want to then be driving another 4 or 5 hours to then get to Dover, so like the ferry would probably seem more feasible at that point. But like you say, if you're living down in London and it's half an hour or something to get there, then 100% you just want to do the cheap option and just go straight over the ferry, and you're there. You can get there in no time.
Yeah.
Or could just use my private helicopter next time.
Yeah. Are we taking the jet?
Yeah, the jet.
Instead
either or.
Yeah, either or. I don't mind.
Yeah, right.
Get Jeeves to drive us.
But before you even get down there, the thing is what got down here is what if breakdown and police. Sean's a good one with this one. He's had both.
Yeah. So we took the MX-5. That broke down terribly. I had RAC.
I had a headache from that.
Yeah, I had RAC cover, which turned out to be, I had all the bells and whistles, the full lot, just so I was covered in Euro. It turns out it's not worth a shit. Simple as, isn't it?
So just
that's pretty much
just risk it.
If you've got a nice new modern car, by all means they would take your car to the garage and they would put a sensor in, and that's all it would probably need, and you get yourself going again. Obviously, I had an old MX-5, which also couldn't be fixed. It was a head gasket issue, and it was a nightmare start to finish. They took the car, didn't know where it was. We ended up just like fobbing off the RAC in the end. Went and, luckily I found out where the car was, and I went and picked it up.
They lost it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Lost the car.
So, how long were you on the phone for before they did anything? Was it like over an hour before you even
hours
got
and
anything,
hours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So me personally, I would have cover, have breakdown cover if you've got it. If you go on with mates, then it's not too bad. You can usually help each other out one way or another. But I would. There's loads of companies out there, recovery companies. They're all pretty decent. I would just ask them for a recovery price back to the port.
I think the other thing.
And you bite the bullet, unfortunately. It's either way, isn't it?
I think one of the other things is obviously for each of our cars. Obviously, depending on the car that you have, you could have specific problems to your car, like common issues and things like that. So I think, didn't you take a drive shaft or something?
Yeah, I took a drive shaft on.
I know the exhaust manifold of mine can be prone to cracking, so I had taken an exhaust manifold. It's just generally making sure that if take the minimum spares that you think you potentially might need, as well as obviously a spare tyre, because you never know.
Oh yeah. Plus as well, police.
So I also got pulled over.
Well, should we say what you need over there, or should we say?
I think a bit of both. So, first of all, when you're going over there, make sure you've got all your documents. Simple as. They will ask you if you get pulled over. It doesn't matter.
Josh didn't have to. He had to fight another lad who was in the M4. I'll put a clip in here. He went to Cologne. Got pulled over by police. He didn't have his V5. So he had to phone someone in England to go into his house to find the V5 to send him a photo to the police to prove that it's his car. Or they weren't going to take it off him.
So you literally need your driving licence, proof of insurance,
MOT as well.
MOT. And it's all printed out. You need it, and your
yeah.
passport, obviously. But
And that's at all times as well.
yes,
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
make sure,
if
yeah.
And your logbook.
If you literally want to go out for dinner and you drive to Adenau,
Yeah.
you need your documents with you, because if you do get pulled over and
They
you
will
don't,
ask you, yeah.
they'll basically escort you back to your house, wherever you're staying, and make you show them.
Yeah.
And you know, so it's better just
We've
having
all
it.
heard the horror stories of
Yes.
getting pulled over by the police, especially in Belgium. It seems to be quite harsh for it. I got pulled over in Belgium. If I didn't have my wife and child in the car, I think they would have been quite assholes, to be honest with you. But when they asked where we were going, I said Nurburgring, and they assumed, because it was at the time of the World Cup or Euros or whatever it was. So they thought we were going there. So as soon as I said Nurburgring, they laxed off a bit, and then they still checked obviously all my documents, and with the car being the way it was, obviously quite race prepped, I think they would have had a bit of a field day with it. Luckily, I'm covered with all my insurances. Everything is covered with it. And they couldn't really have done anything, but you've heard so many horror stories of people being in groups, getting the cars taken off and allegedly speeding and not being able to prove it, and they're just top and bottom of it. For me personally, don't drive like a dick.
Yeah.
You know, just
be sensitive.
Yeah, if you're giving them an excuse to pull you over, they're gonna pull you over.
And they're gonna go to town.
Yeah, and they will go to town on you. They're not shy about it.
Because the thing is, as well, it's like.
But but we've been over 6 times, or 5 times, 6 times.
5.
Yeah,
5.
Something like
1, 2, 3,
that. I've been
Three
pulled over.
of
once.
us have been pulled so far.
Yeah.
Because Kieran got pulled
Kieran
out
got
one
Yeah,
time.
but that was on a night.
That was on a night out.
10 o'clock, so the I was drinking, coming back from Adenau
you
to
done, and then
Nurburgring.
obviously Josh has been pulled as well.
Yeah,
Josh,
So you know.
And I think the other thing is, if you're all right with them, they're usually all right
Oh,
with you.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, if you start acting the arse, and my car's fine, and they're going to be an arse back. So yeah, I think just give them a bit of respect. Don't take the piss.
The other thing I was thinking of as well is it that so any modifications in that, is it TUV approved?
Tough.
It's a really massive grey area with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because some people are saying, well, it's not tough approved, but then it is in our the modification we've got is in our country.
Yeah.
But it's not in their country. But we should be allowed to take our cars over because it's already approved in our country.
Yeah. We did see a Passat, and he had an eBay steel wing, an eBay crappy.
Yeah.
The same one as,
type of wing.
Yeah, the one that's got in Salika, but they wouldn't let him on the track.
Yeah.
Because it's.
That Civic one. I thought
no,
was
the Jetta.
Yeah, that was like the cheap.
Oh, and the Civic one, yeah.
Well, it's made him
Yeah.
take it off, but his was a properly fixed, like through his roof, properly, and they still made him take it off. So I'm still
That was
a bit,
just at the Nurburgring, though, wasn't
yeah,
it?
that was just at the Nurburgring, yeah. But I was still surprised.
Just
by that
respect the towns, respect Adenau, you know what I mean? Don't
Yeah.
drive like a dick through them, because loads of people do, unfortunately.
You'll always get dickheads, but yeah, it's someone's home at the end of the day, so you gotta respect it. And I think they're now bringing in cameras, which are not like the ones that we've got in England, which are yellow. They're hidden, and they'll do you for speeding that way, so they're a lot more sneaky.
And noise.
And
if you know,
noise.
there's a lot of noise cameras about, so yeah, if you're gunning it through towns and stuff, the camera will get you that way as well. So
Yeah.
just basically respect the place. If you want to go back, respect it to say you want to go back.
The thing is, we've had no dramas like such a bit, but we respected going 30 mile an
Nice
hour
and
and
steady
all
everywhere
that.
we go. And,
Yeah. Next one. So, what to do at the track?
Race.
So, yeah. Cost, timings, rules, where to go, and tickets.
tickets, yeah.
So, cost.
What, per lap or?
Yeah, so.
I mean, during the week it's 30
€30
euros. On the weekend, because it's the prime time, I guess.
It's
It's
the
35
€35.
euros.
Yeah, so Monday to Thursday is €30. Friday to Sunday, it's €35.
Yeah.
Just,
So
I was going to say just while I'm thinking on, but if you buy tickets during the week at 30 euros, you can still use them on the weekend.
no,
No,
Or is it different
No.
type of tickets?
it's
That's
not-
what
it's a money account.
That's
It's a
kind
money
of like what I was
account.
It's a
thinking.
money
like,
account,
Do you know what I mean? Because
yeah.
you don't want people going, well, I can buy all these during the week.
No,
It's
no,
not-
it
it's not
goes off,
laps.
it actually goes off money.
Yeah.
It's
not
not
laps,
laps, it's
so.
money. So you
So
can
it's
think
just-
it's like a credit card.
Yeah. So it's just to let people know that that's not the way, that it can work, if you know what I mean.
So-
But like I said, like timings and rules and.
Yeah, well, while we're on, obviously, laps,
Oh, sorry.
let's tell you where we get your laps from.
Yeah.
So
the main one.
Yeah, main one, which is pretty much where everybody goes, is opposite the Devil's Diner at the track entrance. There's the ticket office there.
Just like a little hut, isn't it?
Just a little hut in the car park. You go up, you hand your money over, and they give you a card, which is basically.
Or if you've already got a card, you can top up that.
Yeah,
card.
if you've got your card from the year before, you can just give them the card and they'll top that back up. I've also got an account, which if you got you've got the Nurburgring account. So if you go on the Nurburgring homepage on the internet, you can create an account on there and you can top up laps that way. So, and if you do that, you also get a percentage off, don't you? First
yeah,
time
so
you
it's
do it,
100. Is it 100?
Yeah, every €100, I think you get 10%. 10% off. So you can do it that way. The other place you can get laps from is the main tourist centre at the Nurburgring Boulevard, really, isn't it? The main centre. So just underneath the shops and everything else, there's a tourist information place, and you can get your laps from there.
Yeah, so there's like that, and the website.
Yeah.
So 3 places.
Yeah, so your account is to bear in mind the actual GP circuit could potentially be open, and the lap that you pay to go on the actual tour, on the Nurburgring, you can use that to actually go on the GP circuit if it's open, which is what we did last time.
How much was it? It was 35.
Exactly
the exact same price. So it was while we were there the weekend, it was €35 to do one lap of the Nurburgring, and it was €35 for 15 minutes on the GP circuit. So it basically cost you exactly the same. It was a lap. So you give them the card, they scan it, and I think we've got some footage of where to actually get onto the GP because we didn't know. Yeah. Even like for the last time we didn't know how to get to. We went to the tourist centre and asked them where to go.
Yeah, so, like tourist centre, like where do you go? Oh, just down here, and there you go. And it's like standing next to the wall with those cars flying by. That's just like they were literally
really good, isn't it? Really
flown past you over 100 miles an hour and they're about 3 feet away from you.
And you just think this is phenomenal. Yes. And then you can do exactly the same when you go past people and they're looking at you and it's unreal.
I did that,
yeah.
Must have been about a foot away from the barrier because I was like, I'm getting close. This guy's like, just out the side, like, ooh.
Rules. What's the main rules, or what do you think of the main rules on the track?
On track, I would say the main rules were stick to the right.
I mean, there's loads. If you go into it, there is like a full page when you go to get tickets on the opposite side of the Devil's Diner. As you're going into, there is a massive like A3 page of all rules, like about
flags,
aero, helmets, everything. You name it, it's on there, but. The ones that mainly focus on us is like
keep right. If you see a fast car coming up behind you, pull over to the right, leave your indicator on or whatever. So you know what.
The thing is, if they're coming at you full chat, if you indicate right, keep to the right. They know if they're going full chat, they know that track like the back of their hands, and they know what to do.
We're getting better and better. So you kind of the more you get used to the track, is the faster you'll go, obviously. So you then tend to get less people overtaking up your ass. Yeah. But you always, I mean, we're in a Civic against the GT3 RS. You're never going to catch it. He's always going to catch you. So you always keep an eye in your mirror and keep that side. So.
Yeah. What if it breakdowns? Well, more detailed one for the breakdowns and stuff like that. Misha has done a video on that. So if you're Misha Chaldrin, go on his YouTube channel. He has done a full detail of.
There's a number basically. I've got it started on my phone.
Yeah.
It's Nurburgring breakdown thing. So as soon as you break down, you ring that number and thing. But to be fair, the ring is really good now. It's getting better and better all the time. There's cameras pretty much on everywhere. There's a lot of marshals.
Yeah.
Basically, if a car breaks down before you've had time to ring it in, there's already a recovery truck coming.
I think main thing is that you pull off to the grass, you get out your
car, over the barrier,
and that's all. As long as you're over the barrier, they're happy. If you're looking at the problems under your bonnet of your car, you'll get in trouble.
So if you haven't, I know it's a pain in the ass because people say, oh, it's going to cost thousands and thousands. Touch wood, fucking hell, we've not, apart from Nath, who has had one spin which cost him
€300 or something.
€300 because he put some mud onto the track. But it is expensive, recoveries and stuff like that.
But like you say, like Misha's been through all that anyway.
Yeah, go look at this. He's just done one when he crashed the M4. I think it cost him like €10,000. because he closed the track and all that lot.
But he did take out quite a section.
Oh yeah, he did a proper job. But
The only other thing I would say would be yellow flags.
Yes.
yes.
So if you see a yellow flag, now there is flashing lights and there's usually marshals waving flags. Slow down.
Yeah, because there's been a couple of dickheads on
Yeah,
YouTube.
slow down. You know
Slow
that as soon as you
down.
see that, there's no overtaking. So you slow down. You just cruise along.
I think it's like
Just
60
cross.
kilometres
And
an hour.
we always put our four ways on.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
everybody puts the four ways on so that anybody behind,
coming up
they'll
real
see
fast,
it and
yeah.
they'll go, there's obviously a hazard. I mean, they'll already be warned by the yellow flags, but at least you're making yourself more visible so that they don't, because obviously, these cars could be doing 150 miles an hour and you're doing 30. So, at least they get at least some sort of pre-warning that,
Don't forget, there is someone,
traffic.
usually 9 times out of 10, there's someone there.
Yes.
It's because there is someone there, you don't go to...
There's marshals on the track. There's cars in the middle of the track.
And you don't want to kill someone because you're being a bell end because you're doing 130 mile an hour. When
Slow
it
down.
could be,
Just simple as just slow down.
There's always another lap. It's shit, but that's the rules. It's, someone's had an incident.
I mean,
slow
most of the
down.
time, how many times do you actually get a full clean lap?
Very
We've been on numerous times. There's always a yellow flag because somebody's either broken down or they've spun out or they've spilled a bit of something on the track or anything like that. You could have heavy traffic. You could, and then when you do get your clean lap, it's once in a blue moon. You can enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's not end of the world.
No.
It's all experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
No matter how many times you've done it on a sim, it's nothing compared to the real life.
I think you'd have to have quite an expensive sim to get somewhere close to actually
even
driving.
close though.
Yeah.
Just the
Nah, I don't think
elevations
even
and
the sim
everything.
would be-
There's no way.
no way.
There's no way.
Also, next thing, I know we said about there's the track, but other shit to do around the ring.
It's all sorts.
So it's like I said, the museum, the castle, and the surrounding areas.
Well, there's
so,
go-karting.
Yeah, there's karting at
Just
the ring
underneath
itself.
so
Museum's really good.
so what we've done the museum. We were doing it almost every
The
year.
Nurbus.
The
The Nerd bus. And,
Yeah.
they've got Laser Quest and a few bits and bobs in there. It's really good as like to take with your kid. There's a kids area in there.
Yeah, there's all sorts.
The castle. I never done the castle because I was with John last time with his Aston Martin.
Yeah, it's nice to have a quick watch. It's cheap and cheerful, It's nice
Would
to
you
have a
say
quick
it's
watch.
family orientated or?
Yes and no. It's just if you want a nice little walk out and you can go right up to the top. You can see the views, and you're going to see loads of the track. You can hear the cars going around. It's pretty insane. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, it's just nice to do as well, really.
I mean, there is quite a lot to do around as well, isn't there? Because half-hour drive here, half-hour drive there. We'd gone to that.
Well, last
Cockham.
time we went to Cockham.
And there was plenty to do there. There was actually a theme park at the top of that ski sloping.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did the ski lifting up to the top, didn't we, and
Did
stuff
you
like
get that
that.
Did you get that?
No, we never got the kids' shoe. But
And then there's the Wolf Sanctuary that Kieran and that lot did.
Did you? Yeah.
What else was
There's
there?
There's Toboggan Run.
Yeah, there's
That's not.
Toboggan Run.
Yeah, it's not many miles away. There's mountain biking around the Nurburgring. You can hike bikes. You can.
Cologne, that's only a couple of hours away. So even if you come with your family or whatever, it's just not because there's so much to do.
I mean, there's also even just in general garages. That main garage next to the Nurburgring, it's got a whole shop of just die-cast models that you can you could spend hours just looking at all the die-cast models and going around all the
Just down in Adenau.
Yeah.
You spend a day just walking up and down Adenau. It's
Yeah,
lovely,
yeah.
lovely cafes, lovely little
Food,
shops,
cafes.
and it's brilliant down there. It's
Even
beautiful.
if the track's open just for trialing, you can go up and sit on the track and watch that all day.
A week, that's the problem with a weekend. You just go to YouTube corner and just sit and watch cars crashing the barriers.
as well, wasn't it? That GR
But I said as well, obviously surrounding areas what to do, but where to eat as well.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
right?
Our
There's-
favourite place that we go every time, and you can absolutely get this mega meat kebab, is Mr. Donna.
Yeah.
Mr. Donna too, was it a metre?
Well, it's
Metre
exactly-
You can get the meat one, but we got the 6 or the 5 or whatever.
Jesus.
And
And
honestly, it's
you can cut it in half, have what I do half next day, but it's not like a UK Donna meat.
no.
It's just something else, and the taste is just
lashing
beautiful.
it with their
And
garlic
loads
sauce.
of salads in it, and it's stunning. But that's our cup of tea. We also love, pretty much we go every time.
Bananas.
Pinocchio's straight up the
Pinocchio's.
road. from that.
This is all in Adam.
You got the from sex pizza.
We always get a pizza.
556 pizza.
Yeah,
If you look at it,
absolutely unreal.
family pizza is a 60 centimetre pizza. Fucking huge.
It's like this is these 8 inches, isn't it? 60 centimetre pizza. 60 centimetre.
So yeah, I mean they're massive,
Then
brilliant.
you got Alibaba's, which are just down. So Mr. Donner, Pinocchio's, and Alibaba's are literally. You can,
And then a bit further down, there's that cafe, isn't there? But that's obviously.
There's loads of
during
cafes.
the
There's
day.
an Italian. There's Cockpit.
Cockpit. That's cheap.
That's a cheap cafe that you can sort of go during the day. There's always loads of cars. The track's just above you. You can hear the cars braying around, and that's always good, isn't it? We always go there. The shop's opposite, which has loads
I think
of
it's like €10 one. It's something like 10.
I don't think it's that, was it? You can get currywurst,
Yeah.
chips.
No,
and
it's
stuff,
good
yeah.
though. It's nice.
But then
I mean, even up at the Nurburgring, there's those.
Subways and all sorts of
Well, there's
stuff.
Subways, but what's the other one
I
on
can't
the
remember
other
what they call
side?
that one. You know the one that you got your
Oh,
apple
Is it
strudel.
Piston House or something like
You
that?
got the apple
Yeah,
strudel
yeah.
from.
Yeah, there's that one where it's the sports bar.
Oh, Sports Bar as
Yeah,
well.
there's the eSports bar,
Yeah,
but then
eSports
just
bar,
behind the
bro.
eSports bar, there's like
a
2 or
restaurant
3
stuff
like
like that,
restaurant
yeah.
type sort of areas.
That's
isn't
nice in
there?
there, isn't it?
Yeah,
We've been a
yeah,
couple
they're
of
quite
times.
good. Yeah.
Well, there's loads of places to go.
Yeah, you'll never not run out of places to go and eat.
No, it's
that's
just
for sure.
finding the right places. But
Well, it depends what you want, isn't it?
yeah,
What's-
like I mean,
choice
there's Shabin Schmidt's old place, a steakhouse, which we've been.
If
on
you
once,
want-
but-
if you-
Devil's Diner.
If you want more of a budget,
yeah, supermarkets,
supermarkets.
Yeah.
There's Lidl's pretty much all over. There's Aldi's. There's
Aldi's, Lidl's, like
there's even a Netto. I found a Netto down there.
yeah,
Yes, if you're that old. So yeah, there's yeah, you can just go there. And
But let's be honest, it's Mr. Donner.
Mr. Donner.
It's Mr. Donner every time. Yeah. You don't need to go anywhere else. You just go. I don't know. You park up. You get Mr. Donner, and you just enjoy it
every time.
every time.
every night.
The picture of like you three. that now props up.
But it's like as well, like it's more dependent on budget because if you're on a really tight budget, you can just.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
The Roo.
You just got to,
If
like,
you go down, if you go down the bottom man now, you can go to the Roo. So there's a supermarket one side, and there's the beer shop the other side.
Well, the thing is, you've got the frying park and they've got a kitchen in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've got kitchen, pots.
You've got full house.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
full house. You've got pots, pans,
There's
everything.
Aldi's, there's Lidl's, there's you know, you could do it on a budget if you're just wanting to like have stuff at home.
Yeah.
That's very, very easy.
There's a barbecue normally there as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think you can
I don't know
hire
if you
it,
can
can't
hire
you?
them.
Yeah, you can hire them up
I
front.
think you hire them, don't you? Yeah.
Hire a barbecue, so you could, if you didn't take your own, you could.
I mean,
hire
we
them.
obviously don't hire barbecues because, you know, we go to Mr. Donner, but you know.
Every time.
At the same time,
Explains a lot.
at the same time, there's the Rube. On the other side, there's the beer
Yeah, beer place.
place. Which
Yeah.
oh my god,
Well,
Which is
it's not just beer, it's just
ridiculous.
alcohol place.
Yeah.
It's
That's where you get those little
phenomenal.
spark plugs. I
Yeah,
don't know if you've
yeah.
actually seen it, but yeah, if Muttley does his
Oh,
editing
yeah,
right,
yeah.
you can put one just in about here. There's a little spark plug. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to go back. But the last bit is help if you need help from anybody. So, like, say for an instant or something like that, it's like you've got Facebook locals and information desk.
Yeah. One of the best places is Facebook,
Yeah.
isn't it? There's loads of pages.
It's
Nurburgring.
Nurburgring now, isn't it?
Yeah, Nurburgring now, just cushion pages. There's all sorts. Just get on there, put up help,
Yeah.
and there is always somebody helping.
I mean, there was that one incident, I think, when we went last time, that somebody's Porsche keys, I think it was a Porsche.
Oh, the yellow Porsche.
Somebody's keys either got stolen or they got
lost,
it got lost or something like that, and he had put the word out on Facebook, and a few people had basically replied, and they basically encased his car with their cars to stop anybody from being able to drive it around. So people are always willing to help.
Yeah.
Just, you know, until you get yourself sorted, you know, because you are, at the end of the day, you're in a foreign country, you know, and obviously people are willing to. I mean, the Germans are always willing to
They're
help.
usually pretty
They're
good,
very,
aren't they?
very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You know, they are very nice.
But but how many English are over there? How many people you know over there going, oh yeah, I come over here enough.
Yeah, well, this is it. You'll never be
If
be
you want
stuck.
if you want in car repairs, there's
Crown.
pretty much English garages over there. It's called the Crown Performance.
And now, if they can't help, they usually send you in the right direction, like
they're-
they happened to Kieran.
They're really good. They're really good. I mean, I was after a brake bulb.
Yeah.
Just don't go.
And I'm really sorry I don't stock them. He rang 3 places, and it was a Saturday, and obviously they weren't open. And then he just said, "Oh, there's an old Prelude outside. You can go and take them out of that." And he's just like, oh, right. And definitely 100% give them a shout because,
So don't think like you're just going over there and you're just going to be screwed if you have an incident or something like that, or even if you break down, go in there.
Yeah.
There's always people saying, "Oh, I've got a trailer here. It'll cost you. It may cost you a bit of money, but they'll always get you there.
Yeah.
Or get you wrong. Also, at the same time, you've got the information desk.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're stuck without, just go at that information desk. They're pretty good at it.
Yeah, they'll help you out.
I mean, also there is just Google. You know
Google.
what I mean? You can literally just Google some of the stuff that you need to know or anything like that. It's very.
It's good though because like a lot of the garages and a lot of the supermarkets have, because of where it is, have a car park section.
Yeah.
And then you can get your general bits for your car or bulbs and all that sort of gear. You can usually pick stuff out pretty easy, can't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I think that, out of my list, that's everything that we've done. I think we've talked about everything.
Yeah.
You think of anything?
The only thing, there's nothing that serious, but I was just saying that you could maybe do like a breakdown of like, say, the costs. Like you're saying, we use four tanks of fuel. So like for filling mine's like.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Next, so to conclude then, so theoretically, if you were planning, so for us, if we were planning we are going next year, don't matter, I don't give a shit, we are, well, I am. I usually budget myself for about £1,000. That's not £1,000 tight, that is £1,000 as in I'm coming home with about 400 or 500 quid.
Yeah.
But that's just like...
Cover yourself. Cover yourself with £1,000 just to say,
That's
just
fuel,
in case,
food,
you know what I mean? You have a breakdown, anything like that.
Is that including your
Laps.
hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people.
It depends how you go. If you go and buy yourself, it's obviously going to cost you that little bit more on accommodation. But you can. There is cheaper ways of doing it. So if you do get a house and you split it between 3 or 4 of you, then it works out nice and cheap.
See,
if you get the house by yourself, then yes, it's going to cost you more, isn't it? It's going to be more expensive.
I'd say we're fairly average on what we do because most of the time, if you're going to go there, your chances are you're going to be eating out all the time.
Yeah.
You're not really going to be at home making cheese sandwiches. You're going to be going out and experiencing.
You're on holiday, aren't you?
Everything.
Top one. It doesn't matter how many times you bring yourself on holiday.
I'd always class what we kind of spend is pretty much an average amount, and obviously it can increase by laps and things like that.
And I tell you what really, really can push your budget is when you go into the ring shop. You can spend £1,000 in there quite easily.
I've got on there, but I've got that up there. Like I've got a bit of tarmac from the track.
I've got my
the
racing shirt at
shirts.
home.
I've got the doormat. I've got all sorts. So it's
It
like,
depends how much you want to spend. You can go in there and spend nothing, but you always. Every time I go, I always buy a t-shirt. I mean, I bought a coat last time. You know what I mean?
I bought an umbrella.
t-shirt, coat, umbrella.
Exactly. Oh, look at that! I do need one of them actually.
You do, don't you?
It's like, might as well have one with a Nurburgring logo on it.
You got a toaster.
Yeah, I got a toaster.
I haven't used it.
I still haven't used it.
You still haven't used it. How long have you had it now? 4 years?
Yeah, easy. So that you change the plug on it. I might just take it back with me next time so I can plug it in.
Yes, the Nurburgring toast every morning.
Yeah, don't sell them anymore now. So.
Yeah, so
eBay.
budget, I'd say easily £1,000. Car, make sure it's, you got all your docs, your V5, don't chin them off, take your V5, the MOT.
Make sure it's
passport,
serviced, make sure your tyres, suspension, just everything that most of the time you'll be, you're car enthusiasts, so you're going to be checking these things anyway. But yeah, that's one of the things, is just make sure that your car is definitely up to standard to be able to do this in the first place. Because if you go out and buy a £1,000 Nissan Micra that's leaking oil, you're going to have problems.
You've got to remember as well, you're driving your car to the Nurburgring, you are doing X amount of laps, however many laps you are doing, yeah? So I think we did say 10 last time, right? You've also got to drive that car home.
Yeah. But what's 10?
That's what a lot of people forget, you bring your car on for 10 laps and it's hard on your car.
300k.
Yeah. But don't forget, you've got to drive that car home.
Yes.
So your car needs to be up to scratch to do it. So, if you think, oh well, I haven't changed the spark plugs in 10 years, you might want to do it. Get your air filters changed, make sure your oil's changed and things like that. If you've got a bit of a knock-in from the suspension, get it sorted before you go, because if you break down over there because you didn't change a £30 component on your front suspension, it'll cost you 10 times that to get it sorted.
And because they can charge you, they will.
They will.
and at the same time, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick over there. Like, they are locals, and that we.
If you respect their laws, they respect you.
Yeah.
If
If we want this to carry on Nurburgring the way it is, and everybody enjoying the place, then don't be a dick.
yeah,
Because otherwise they will
and they
shut
will
it
take
down.
you to town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they know which.
Take your car off you. How many times you've
Well,
seen
they'll just
people?
ban you.
Yeah,
They'll
they
ban
ban you. They take your car off you, and it's a nightmare to get it back. So
Yeah.
it's your choice at the end of the day. And if that's what you want to do, and you'll find out hard with it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's it for the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you've watched all of it, if we've
Good.
helped
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Good on you.
Good on
Yeah.
you.
We're actually hanging around while we waffled on for whatever
if you
time.
have any questions at all about Nurburgring, please put in the comment. Me, Sean, Matt will help. Like we'll guide you in the right direction. Anything like that. What?
I forgot. I was going to say, my brother took his Astra diesel
Oh,
over
that's right,
there,
yeah.
and he got there and back on 2 tanks.
Yeah.
And that included all his laps, and I think he still had half a tank left when he got home.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Frederick, how you take on
if
it?
you're gonna go really budget, buy diesel. I mean, it was slow and it smoked a lot, and
But it did
made
it.
and it was good.
Yeah, it was a good laugh. Wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's why it's now taking me either next time.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no,
But that was pretty much it. But I forgot. About
Yeah,
that
I
diesel.
have to throw that in there. Hi, James.
Hi, James.
Picture.
And insert James's head here.
But yeah, if you have any questions, please
Ask
put
away,
in the comment down
don't
below.
be shy.
Please like, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please, because like I said, we want to expand, and we will be going again next year. Do other things.
But the more subscribers we get, the more we can make more videos. Basically,
Let us know what you want to see.
Yeah.
You know, right?
You know, we can make
Is
more
there anything
videos if you we can do whatever do whatever people want us to do. If we can get the subscribers, it's much easier for us to try and do it.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hope
thanks.
see you in a bit.
See you
See
there.
you next time.
Right.